Before we begin today's episode of That One Bullshit PlayStation Trophy properly, I wanted to offer up a little bit of a disclaimer here because the trophy I'm going to be talking about today, I haven't actually unlocked it. And when I first started to play the game, this was definitely one of the trophies that I thought would be bullshit. But as I started to play the game, circumstances sort of changed, and the reasons why I felt this trophy was bullshit changed. So this video, while on the same trophy, is kind of different to how I thought it would originally be. So I guess we should just start, and I can explain why.
I gotta make sure I pop that one bullshit PlayStation trophy.
That one bullshit trophy in Kena Bridge's Spirit is the Master Spirit Guide for completing the game on the Master difficulty, and well, it definitely is a Master difficulty because it's gonna be full of, well, this. Yep, make no mistake about it, this difficulty gives some of the Souls games a run for its money. But thankfully, there is the internet, and a quick search online about this trophy showed up multiple videos and guides of a Master difficulty glitch that allowed you to unlock it in an easier way. So naturally, reading this, I was very excited. So the guide is basically to get all the way to the end in your normal playthrough, complete the game, then reload at the last sort of checkpoint, make a manual save, and then start a new game on the hardest difficulty. Once you get to the first rot of the game, those little creatures that come with you, you need to reload your manual save and then run to the very end of the game, and then during the cutscene after you meditate, you skip those and get to the credits, the trophy will unlock, allowing you to complete the game at the hardest difficulty while not really playing anything and struggling with it at all. And while I'm always up for a challenge, a less stressful platinum is always a good thing because it will allow me to enjoy the game more. But as I looked at the comments, I noticed people saying that the game's glitch didn't work with patch 1.06 installed. So naturally, I booted up my game to see which version of the game was installed on my PS5, bearing in mind this is a digital-only title at the moment, so if an update gets auto-installed, you can never revert back to a lower version. And then, as I got onto the menu, it hit me. I was on 1.06.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
And because of that update, I could kiss goodbye to that 2 out of 10 platinum difficulty. And soon I'd be saying hello to an 8 out of 10 platinum difficulty, all because of that patch.
Oh, God! Oh, God!
If only I'd set the console to offline, I could have prevented this patch from being installed. Oh my god, I'm so pissed off with that.
We're not meant to suffer such pain.
Well, I hate to break it to you, Kena, but your creators seem to have other ideas because they quickly, mind you, very quickly patched this out of the game to stop people from using this exploit, and worse still, they didn't even mention it in the patch notes. It was just a hidden update within this patch, and that's just really fucking shitty. I mean, this is a single player game, for fuck's sake, just leave it in, what harm is it doing? And yeah, sure, maybe I'm just really salty because I missed out on getting this trophy the easier way.
Yeah, that's pretty much how we spend our time.
We're not meant to suffer such pain.
It's just, when I was playing through it on normal, the combat was the worst thing about it, and it was the most annoying part of the game because every time I saw those red glowing orbs or those red flowers and I knew I was about to go into a combat arena, I would just roll my eyes and think, fuck's sake, what's going to be the bullshit gimmick of this fight or this boss encounter? And I was usually right because, well, more often than not, there was always some bullshit element to the fight. Whether it be a bunch of smaller, respawning enemies that just constantly reappear every time you kill them, that just run around the battlefield while you're trying to fight this big enemy, and they just hit you when you're blindsided, just to annoy you. Or maybe you get those enemies that will just have like a 3 or 4 hit combo that will deliberately destroy your shield and cause you to get hit, or if you get knocked down by them on the first hit, they'll combo you and keep hitting you as you're trying to get up, so you'll end up losing all your health. Or maybe it's just the awkward blocking and parrying mechanics in the game as it is, because it's really awkward to try and block things at times, especially when you try and parry them, because your shield thing that comes up is quite slow, so it's kind of hard to react to enemies, because I'll either do it too early or too late and just get hit. Or maybe it's the fact that you don't regenerate health while in combat, and the only way to actually get health is to build up your courage meter by attacking enemies, to then be able to use your rots to do some of the flowers in the arena. But you'll often find you only get 1 or 2 flowers, and they don't fully restore your health, so once you've used them in a long combat situation, you're then just left on your own with no way of getting health. I mean, why can't fallen enemies drop you a little bit of health? Or maybe if you don't get hit for a while, your health slowly starts to regenerate. I just think that is a serious flaw in the combat here. It makes it twice as hard as it ever needs to be. So on Master difficulty, one of the big things is that you lose courage every time you get hit. So you could be in a situation where you're low on health, desperate to get a flower, but you lose your courage because you just got hit. And then you have to go into combat to hit them, those enemies, in order to build up the courage again, risking yourself dying. That for me is just really fucking bullshit. You have limited resource of health regen as it is, and now this courage little gimmick thing just makes it twice as harder. And then plus the fact that the enemies will be more aggressive in this mode and deal more damage is just stacking the odds right against you. And I just really didn't enjoy the combat here, and I just didn't want to put myself through this Master difficulty. So you know what? I think I'm just happy to just leave it as it is now, and I'll leave my trophy count at around 60%, with 30 of 42 trophies unlocked, because while I don't have to platinum every game I play, the world won't end if I don't get it, and no one but me would really care anyway. So why go for all that shit times 100 when I'm not enjoying myself on my normal playthrough? Yeah, sure, call me a chicken, say I lack skill all you want, and you may be right, but at the end of the day, I play games to have fun and a challenge. But for me, this challenge just won't be any fun, because sure, I can progress through it, but I'll probably spend hours and hours on certain bosses, especially the last one, which, by the way, glitched on me when I played it through the first time, and I ended up getting stuck in him, and I couldn't actually get out, so then I had to just pause, restart the encounter, and fight the boss again before I could get to the fucking end. What a load of bullshit. So, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this difficulty is impossible. I'm sure you can do it with a little bit of practice and patience, and fair play to everyone who's got it, but for me, this trophy and going for it would take the thing I enjoyed the least about the game, its combat, and multiply it by 100 to create an even worse experience playing through again with this harder combat challenge. And to be honest, I just don't want to put myself through it. So for that reason, the Master Spirit Guide trophy gets a bullshit trophy rating of...
Alright, here we go. Let's go! Oh, shit! Shit! Whoa! Alright, hold on. I'll see if there's an... Oh, shit! Oh, shit!